Hello and welcome to Big Bandit Gaming. I'm your host, Troy, and today we have Colton,
What up?
Isaiah,
Yo.
and Josh.
Hello.
Hey guys, so how's it going?
Good. I'm ready to watch some trailers of some games.
Yeah, we're going to make our own super direct. That's what I should name this episode. Super direct. Big Bandit Games Super Direct. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. We picked out some of our favorite trailers from the Summer Games Fest to the Xbox conference to, anything that came on last month that we watched. So we talked about last episode was the episode before last. We just talked about our predictions, and honestly, some of our predictions were pretty good. The Sony one we pretty much nailed in a weird way, which is kind of cool to listen back to. But I don't know, what are your guys' thoughts on this year's E3?
Ooh, real slam.
Yeah. You know what it was? I think like some of the big stuff I wanted was there, which was really neat, like Final Fantasy and we got to see Starfield, like some big stuff, but there wasn't really any like big surprise like there usually is.
I think Starfield kind of fell flat, and I think that brought the whole, like, all of my expectations just fell off after that. I was like, okay, well,
yeah,
maybe next time.
It's a Bethesda Games game, and I think people might have been expecting a little more. But if that's what you're still wanting and expecting, honestly, I think it's gonna be good for that.
And that is something I should be more excited about. I have a weird history with like sci-fi games, though. I guess like space exploration games.
You hate them?
No, it's been very hit or miss, though. I think that's why I always liked Fallout. It was very like I don't know, it was very grounded. The guns were like very like makeshift and very physical. I don't know. So I mean, I don't know how I like Starfield. I know, that's why I'm saying I don't really know what to say when I can't say I don't like those type of games.
Yeah, anymore. You should be super excited for Starfield because it's basically Fallout 4 meets No Man's Sky from what we saw.
I know. I don't know if they mesh super well together.
My complaint is the fact that they made a bragging point to say oh, we're gonna have like what 100, 1,000 like planets to explore. I don't really care.
That was over 1,000.
Yeah, the quantity is not what I care about. It's all about the quality. And from like some of the shots, they look really interesting and really cool. Like probably like better than most like Bethesda games. However, I don't like the idea like them coming out and be like with the quantity of it. But with E3 in general,
they do that every time though.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
He's always like, you can go
This is the biggest map we've ever made.
The biggest one yet, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna have to quit your job for this game.
But my other complaint for E3 is with the Nintendo showcase, which was like what, the 28th?
That's calling it a showcase is generous. They just did not have an E3 showcase this year.
No, yeah. I mean,
if 2 months, we'll get one.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of dumb how this one underneath my radar completely, which was the Metroid Trilogy collection. Like, I did not know it was coming out until GameSpot on their like social media like talked about it, and I was like, "What?
Wait, well,
no trailer?
No. Jeff Grubb broke this like months ago. What it was is they're making it's like a remaster of 1, and over the next few years they're going to release a remaster of 2, a remaster of 3, leading up to 4, like the next few years. So it's not like the trilogy, like the Wii trilogy on Switch, which is cool. They're remaking them, and they'll probably sell them each like $50 each. Because it's Nintendo.
I've never played them.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, and the rumors are that is coming out this year. That will be one of their big holiday games. Is the remaster of 1.
See, so if that was in their presentation, I would have been excited.
Exactly. Yeah.
I tried adding it to our fantasy list, but we don't allow just straight remakes. Or remasters. Sorry, remakes are okay. Remasters are out. So I was like, dang it, that would have been a good.
Anyway, I guess we just don't have the facts yet. Maybe it is more of a remake.
Yeah. And you know what? I think this E3 is just like leftovers of like COVID and like working conditions being hard and
Yeah, it might be like the
people.
tail end of all that, maybe.
Yeah. I feel like every big game is either being pushed into 2023 already or is going to be announced. Like, I think the last year where we had just like an amazing set of games, I was like 2017. That was a crazy year. And I feel like that was like the first year these consoles were like, okay, we're there. These consoles are in their prime, you know?
Yeah, 2017, 2018. That was a nice couple of years there.
It was really good. And I feel like maybe 2023, 2024 for this generation. So. Yeah. But you know, by 2015, we had Bloodborne and other things like that. And we're still not at that point throughout this year. So it makes it feel...
So, what does that leave? What does that leave for this year? Like, what do we have in the fall?
I mean, hopefully God of War. For like Xbox and PlayStation, like that's it. Like that's like God of War and Forza, I guess.
Wow. Yeah.
Or Forza. Bayonetta 3 is still planned, right?
Yes. Yeah. Bayonetta 3. Okay. Nintendo has a better outlook because it has Splatoon 3, is Bayonetta 3. It has
Mario
Metroid,
and Rabbids, the best one.
Mario and Rabbids. It could have Advance Wars.
Really,
rumors that just a full that they've been finished with a Fire Emblem game, like a Fire Emblem Switch game. Like it's done.
Oh, really?
They're just holding on to it.
I think they'll save that for after Advance Wars comes out.
Yeah, but they could. I mean, like I said, I think Nintendo honestly has the biggest chance to have like the best holiday lineup. I mean, they already do without even trying. So, you know, so we'll probably rely on that and like some indie games. Xenoblade's coming up soon. You know, there's just a lot of Switch stuff actually.
Yeah.
Nintendo also has Pokemon. Says Dalton.
Oh, right.
Thank you.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
They always have Pokemon up their sleeve.
They always have Pokemon.
It's not even up their sleeve. It's just like a loaded gun they have in their hand.
There's just a lot of stuff, dude.
On the
Nintendo side. So
pretty Nintendo heavy, yeah.
Yeah, which is fine. The Switch as a device is just getting a little archaic. So that's the only thing that's like a little bit bummer.
But it's still portable, and that wins.
It's still portable. You'll be able to play Persona 5 Royal portably.
I can't wait.
That's gonna be insane.
Well, you could have done. I think you're gonna be able to do it on a Steam Deck and a Switch at the same time.
I don't have a Steam Deck, dude.
I know, no one does.
I'm not buying a Steam Deck. It's not happening. No.
I was thinking about it. I was like, I'd buy like a Gen 2 Steam Deck if I'm in the market.
Yeah,
but by then the Switch 2 could come out, you know. So
yeah.
But you know, all considering, we still were able to pick out some trailers that really vibed with all of us. So that's what we're doing today. Each of us picked out 3 trailers that really stood out or we really liked from the last month. And we're gonna most of these I've seen, but a couple of them I haven't actually. So that'll be cool. So we're gonna have a live reaction to 12 trailers. So if you're listening through our podcast, which I know most of you do, I have the metrics. This might be a good opportunity to check out our Big Bandit Gaming YouTube channel. I'm gonna post the link to our link tree where you can see where we're posting everything, including our YouTube channel. And if you're still an audio listener, no worries. I will in post I will put you will still hear the trailer audio and you'll hear us commenting, so you'll get an idea of what we're looking at, what we're listening to, especially if you've seen the trailers before. But I do suggest you head over to our YouTube channel because I'm gonna put the trailers in actually, so you can see exactly what we're reacting to. So that is my PSA for this episode, and you guys just ready to jump in?
Yeah,
I am.
Into our super direct. So first up, it's gonna be one of my trailers. This is The Plucky Squire, and this was in the Devolver Digital show. So we're gonna pull that up. Y'all ready?
Ready.
Yeah, I have
ready.
Hovering over the play button.
All right, The Plucky Squire in 3, 2, 1, go.
Pam should really clean up her room.
It reminds me of
Yeah,
Toy
very
Story. Immediately. Like,
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
his room.
True.
Once upon a time, there was a plucky squire named Jot.
Good name.
Jot
I know, right?
roamed the land
I thought
in
that
search of
too.
adventures,
Jot. What a
battling
Jot.
good name.
helping the helpless.
I like the Zelda vibes.
No, for real.
Storybook Zelda vibes.
You even like the
And
down air or
generally
the down aerial
heroic.
from Zelda 2.
And you can already see like there's like punch out.
Something.
Like it looks like there's
Yeah.
gonna be some good variation.
And the art style
Yeah.
is 10
This
out of
is the
10.
point in the trailer.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, okay.
This is the point where I was like, oh, someone's gonna. There's no point in me picking this for my trailer. Someone else is gonna pick it.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Exactly.
yeah. Like that cup scene totally reminds me of Mario Odyssey.
Yep, I thought that too.
It's
And are those like other characters you can play as?
yeah,
Think
I don't
so,
know.
maybe.
It must be like a co-op thing or something.
Is it a co-op thing? Yeah, I can
Oh, if
see
it
that.
is, that'd be really
I didn't
cool.
notice that the first time.
I didn't either.
Yeah. What did look cool is I remember what was it called? Link Between Worlds, how like Link could turn it like interact with 2D environments in a 3D environment to like solve puzzles.
Yeah.
It looked like a lot of that with like Mario Odyssey's 2D portions.
I think it looks like it's trying to do more than both of those games did with that.
True. I mean, if we could rewatch that trailer in that last little section, like there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there was a side-scrolling shooter, there was like a punch-out section, there was like towns, Zelda stuff. Just a lot going on.
Very
and
cute. Yes.
They really tease you when it like right as he jumps out. It's like you get the room, but you don't get much else. It's just like, and you can jump out.
Yeah, that's
then
really
they
the
just
point of the
go-
trailer.
Yeah, it's very quick. It feels like 5, maybe 10 seconds of it of the 3D
Yeah.
gameplay.
I feel like if it would have been like a bigger franchise where people would have watched the trailer no matter what, they could have done the Super Mario Odyssey fake out where they showed the game. People are like, "Wow, that looks really cool," and then like months later, they show the
Oh,
actual
yeah.
mechanic of the game, which is like hopping
hat
into
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have done that with that game. It's just showed the 2D portions, and I would have been pumped. I've been like, "Wow, it looks really good."
I don't know, but I think they would have got a lot less attention than they're getting
True.
now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, there's no guarantee
Yeah,
people
probably-
would have been
yeah.
back for the second trailer.
It probably just would have been lost in all the other trailers.
Yeah.
But yeah,
For a lot of people, I think.
that was definitely the first thing I saw up to that point where I was like, "Whoa, okay, that's something new and cool, and yeah, really neat."
Yeah, I think we probably all would have picked that trailer had we had first pick.
Totally.
I know I
Totally.
would have.
Very, very cute art style and like just like the idea of it. What I actually find interesting is how you just like go out the book. I have a theory from like watching this trailer like, about a few times now. You could probably go to other books. Like if they're gonna do like the
You think
3D to 2D, yeah, just like
Oh,
'cause,
like
what if,
other
the-
storybooks and stuff.
Yeah, like
that's
Sam
interesting.
could probably be like have like the sequels to that book. So like
that would be cool.
yeah,
that'd be
that would be
cool,
really
like-
cool.
Like different towns or different books,
Or
Yeah,
maybe the Plucky Squire Part 2 is in the sequel to that book.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
They could even change it. Like he could suddenly be in like a sci-fi book or something. Yeah,
That would be sweet.
that'd
be
be
like
cool.
in like Max's room or something.
Yeah. All right, cool. So we are going to move on to Colton's first pick, which was Flintlock, The Siege at Dawn. Where do you remember where this was shown, Colton?
No, I don't. I probably should have put them
Okay.
all down. Which
I should have too, but it's
I think
fine.
it was Xbox.
Oh.
That's
I want to say
No, I
that's
think
right.
this is PC gaming show.
It's PC gaming show.
Oh, okay.
wait, no, I didn't watch that show, and I saw this trailer.
I
you
didn't
did?
watch
Oh.
that show.
Well, there you
Well, then
go.
I don't know.
But
All right.
this does say it was on the PC gaming show, but I
Yeah.
didn't watch that. So.
It might have been on both. Who knows? All right, here we go. So this is Flintlock, The Siege at Dawn in 3, 2, 1, play.
You guess RP is pretty popular.
Shut up.
When the gods first emerged from the great below, we saw them as saviors.
A44?
Instead, they unleashed a pestilence on our world.
Is this a known developer?
No one knows if you can kill a
I Not that I know of, but I'm sure they've made something in the past. This would be a pretty crazy first project. This was in the Xbox show.
Whoa.
So that right there is what caught my attention first. It's like the floating shapes in this. I don't know what it was about it, but I freaking loved it.
Yeah,
the floating shape, like the particle effects and stuff.
Yeah,
like the magic.
or like those triangles that. Zooms through. I don't know why.
It's a magic system. It looks like
geometry gets me, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm the same way, dude.
Make a different HUDs. That's interesting.
That's why I play on PlayStation. Get those shapes.
You got the shape.
It's kind of control. It's kind of control-ish. Her powers in a weird way.
I thought that too. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. I hope it's not, because I did not like the game.
Why?
You are in the minority, sir.
I thought it controlled poorly, ironically.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I just it looks like a really interesting playstyle. Like,
you know,
all these melee weapons with a flintlock. You know, it's not like a machine gun. It's like a flintlock. Like,
well, it looks like
an action adventure game. Like if they like an Assassin's Creed game, if it was like an action adventure game.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Dude, it looks like Dark Souls, but blended with like Forspoken or Control, like you said.
Honestly, I get God of War vibes, like God of War 2018.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it is kind of God of War-ish.
Which I like a lot.
I don't know. That for me, that was easily my first pick when I was trying to think of trailers.
It was also my first pick. I was really upset when I saw the dog.
Oh, sorry.
The dog.
Fox creature.
The dog thing.
Hey, PC.
Fox, okay, antelope. We can stop that right there.
Yeah, I don't need to see this guy. There's Bradley.
I thought I fixed that. I thought I put the other. I think I did this trailer first, and I thought I fixed it and put the one without the little thing at the end.
You're okay. You're okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, no, that's neat. I think, like I said, I think it's borrowing from a lot of stuff, but it looks like it's doing it like super well. Like visually, it looks really cool.
Yeah. My thing with it is I hope it like all flows really well. Like just like if it gets fast, I want my character to go fast. If it gets slow, all right, I want to adapt to this. Like I'm just like looking forward to like the combat and like its controls like flowing together nicely.
Yeah, some of the animations look a little janky.
Yeah.
But I think overall like the art style is smooth. Everything looks real unique, I guess.
I mean the only thing they really didn't show off is the narrative, and I just don't know what that's gonna be like.
I'm cool if there's no narrative.
Yeah, me too.
I just want to hang out and kill monsters in the world.
I would really like a narrative, but
yeah, I'm sure there will be.
If there is a narrative, that means that if it's bad, you're not gonna like the game.
That's true.
That's true.
So it might be safe to go with that
Souls
one.
games.
Only thing I can say is I hope that it's just not bloated like a lot of open world games are these days. If they can keep it pretty tight and keep the combat interesting to where it doesn't get old, you're unlocking new abilities and maybe like new enemy types are coming at you. You know, you don't want to fight 1,000 mobs. That's kind of the vibe I got. Maybe it isn't.
Me too.
What is it?
I always have hopes that it's not. When I see trailers like this, I'm like, maybe it'll be more linear.
Looking at all the mobility options, I'm sure that's stuff you'd want to do freely, like all the floating and platforming and stuff.
It could be like God of War, where it's
true
a lot smaller open areas.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of Recore in a way too.
No.
Sorry, but Recore was a lot of that. It wasn't open world, but it was kind of like a 3D action platformer in a way, you know? It just looks like it's doing a lot, so I hope it can pull it off.
High hopes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, actually, can I actually like make a little side note to that little claim, like the little war you guys like have, I feel kind of very similar. Ironically, with Sonic Frontiers, they show off a lot of combat for that game, and I just don't know if like it fits. Like if it's gonna be like worth the while, and that's just like bloated and like just like a filler.
Why are we not watching a Sonic trailer?
That's true.
What the heck?
I mean, that would have been Isaiah's.
Yeah, that would have been mine. Yeah, but
that would have been Isaiah's. But I don't know if we can. get into that today. All right, so let's go into Josh's trailer. We have Cocoon. Josh, do you remember what show this was in?
Nintendo.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so Cocoon in 3, 2, 1, play. Ah, yes. For audio listeners, now you know Nintendo.
I like Anaphor.
Oh, yeah.
It's the inside
Limbo.
in Limbo, yeah.
I remember. Yeah, this was cool.
Already a lot more colorful.
Yep. Those games creep me out.
They're good, though.
Oh,
They
yeah.
are.
I really liked Inside.
I wish I played Inside.
Whoa.
I really like Limbo too. A lot older now.
Someone being born?
You can beat Inside in like a 2 or 3 hour session, just straight through.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not long. I think it's on Game Pass. I'm not
I
sure.
love this idea of grabbing
Really
these
cute.
spheres.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah,
This
that's
is my
a-
first time seeing this.
that's a wild mechanic.
Ooh, very Mario Galaxy almost for that part. Mario Galaxy 2.
Yeah,
Excellent game to
Yeah.
rip off.
yeah,
Just copy Nintendo's homework.
yeah. It has a really cool vibe to it,
Yeah.
like those weird organic creatures.
Looks like there's a lot more movement compared to the other, like,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Inside and Limbo.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
it's not really. It's not on a 2D like side-scrolling
Yeah.
plane. It's
I like
more of like Diablo camera angle,
I like
Is
those
it cool?
perspective puzzle
isometric.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that was
That's
really
cool.
good. Yeah.
yeah, that's cool. For me, I mean, I have trouble sticking with those games because I'll hit like a brick wall and refuse to look it up. And it's like if I have to look up stuff every time, I'm just not going to play this game.
No, I
But-
love that
At
because
the
like
end of
The Witness. I would
yeah,
just like play in chunks where I would give up for a few months and then come back and see where I was stuck at and try again. And
Yeah.
finally, I beat it. Takes time.
no, I get it.
Commitment.
I get it. I get it.
Commitment.
It's kind of how I play Souls games, but it's less me figuring out what the game wants me to do and more me just like what's the word? Just doing it and doing it right. You
Just do
know?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I know what to do. I just need to do it right. That stuff I can do all day long. I have trouble with puzzle games, but like I said,
Yeah,
The
I get that.
Witness still is like one of my favorite games ever, and that's all that game was. So if it does it really well, I'm still on board.
Puzzles. Love puzzles.
Puzzles,
Mhm.
puzzles are great.
Me too.
Jigsaw puzzles. Sliding puzzles. They're all great.
Any kind of puzzle, give them to me.
Guys, I think Josh really likes puzzles. Don't tell us that.
All right, yeah, I'll edit that out so he can't hear you. All
All
right.
that works. Yeah.
Yeah, I know how this works. All right, so let's keep rolling. We have Isaiah's first pick, and that is Street Fighter 6, which was in the PlayStation conference. Which, by the way, I found out Street Fighter 6 recently that's not a PlayStation exclusive. That is coming to Xbox and stuff, which surprising because 5 was locked to PlayStation. So let's start it in 3, 2, 1, play.
I love like little details in like the screens, and like some of the references you can find.
I wasn't paying attention to the signs like at first, so I didn't realize this was Street Fighter. I was like, what is this?
Then you saw that Capcom.
Yeah.
When you go looking for strength, it's not like a game.
His hoodie looks so
This journey
stupid.
doesn't have a real end.
Little Mac vibes.
Oh
Yeah.
man, Little Mac is such a better design.
If you want to start off on the right foot in this
I will
city,
say the spray paint effects are cool.
They're
I
cool,
love
but
them.
it does not make me think Street Fighter.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't know this was Street Fighter until like 3/4 of the way through the trailer.
Yeah, it took. I really knew because I knew that character.
Same.
Yeah.
You know, at first I was like, are they making like a Street Fighter Yakuza? Like, what is that?
That's
it
what I
does look
thought.
like that. Dang. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't play it, but
You know what? If a fighting game has a really good story mode, I do like to play through it.
if a fighting game is Dragon Ball, I'll play it.
Yeah. I just played for the first time, like recently, last year, Mortal Kombat 9 through 11 and the DLC. And that story mode is actually incredible.
Mortal Kombat, and like that studio, NetherRealms, they just have incredible stories compared to all the other fighting games.
Yeah, dude. Like 11 and the DLC, I was like, this is insane. This is just like a really freaking solid story.
This right here, though, like where it showed them like with like Jamie and like Luke before that, that's like them like entering the arena. That's like before it happens like in the match.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
cool.
I love that. It's just so cool.
But see, this looks like a completely different game than like the first half of the trailer.
It looks like a better game than the first half of the trailer.
Yeah, I feel like that's like going to be like a story mode overworld where like you're going to run in and then it's going to turn into like a fight,
Yeah, okay.
a 2D fighter, you know?
Also gonna probably have your like hubs for online tournaments and stuff.
Yeah. The visual
Yeah.
effects with like this, with like these moves, honestly,
paint.
I really like. I love it. Yeah.
I'm curious how much of that is actually in the game and not just in this trailer.
That's a good
It
point.
might be certain moves.
Because it's covering up a lot. And I'm like, I don't know, man. It's just,
Yeah.
it is really graffiti over all the moves, and I'm not here for it.
At least it's not ink like 4
This
and
right
5
here.
was. So
I-
that looks like a lobby. Yeah.
That looks
Yeah, you're
awesome.
right. Your moment.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things about this though is the funny note. It's that we Twitter like bullied Capcom about the logo when it first was released for Street Fighter 6, and they changed it. So like the VI is like the actual 6 right there in the back.
Do you
just
think
get
it's
a
any
little-
better?
Well, wasn't it just like an Adobe stock logo or something?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
But
Good.
I don't think they did much better. I'm just like, oof. They really didn't have an idea.
Yeah, I will say. I mean, I will say I am more interested in this than I ever was with 5.
Really?
And
Oh yeah.
yeah, just because
Wow.
the idea actually like 5 launched without a story mode at all. It was just like competitive esports. You know, the fact that they're focusing so much on single player stuff is, I think,
I mean,
a
it's cool.
good move.
Hope they
We'll
can
just see.
make a compelling story.
Yeah, yeah. And like all the impacts when they're punching and stuff, it looks really nice. Like it seems impactful, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feedback is be fun. Yeah.
The punches are punchy, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see that comes out. I'm sure that will be just a straight up $70 game. So hopefully they can make it worth that amount.
Like make sure the content's there. Well, actually, I chose this trailer for like 2 reasons. One is that I really like Street Fighter Third Strike. That game has a lot of like hip hop and like culture of that sort, and even like down to like the music. And when I saw like this trailer, and I thought, dude, this is like very 3, and I love this so much because like of like hip hop and like whatnot. And what's even more interesting is that I learned that in the chronological timeline of Street Fighter, 3 Third Impact or 3 Third Strike, that has been like the furthest in the timeline, and 6 is finally like the next in the timeline.
Yeah.
And they show off concept art. It was like leaked concept art of Ken. He looks real down bad, like just like beaten down, like sad. So I have a lot of interest for this game and then story.
Yeah, I'll be there to see. I'll be interested to see what the reception is and what they actually offer day one. I hope it's enough.
Oh yeah, me too.
All right. So our next game we're on to my second, which is the Last Case of Benedict Fox, which was in the Xbox conference. And play that in 3, 2, 1, play.
This was another trailer I wanted to pick too.
Yeah. It takes a while to get going, but the more it goes, I'm just like, wow, okay, this is really cool.
Hello? Anyone here?
Only anguish fills this residence, Benedict.
I got a bad feeling about this.
It's very Ori looking.
Yeah.
Since
I loved the way the game looked. Victoria did not like the way it looked, so I feel like it might
Really?
be pretty divisive on the way it looks. I don't know.
I love the way this looks.
Interesting.
Yeah.
my father.
I think it looks
Have they done
amazing.
anything prior?
Through his memories.
I think so. I'd have to look, but And I like-
beforehand.
You're close. Don't let your fright hold you.
yeah, I like the Eldritch horror vibes. Like, do you see that double jump? He had like tentacles coming out of
Yeah.
him. So
Yeah.
That's cool.
It made me think that maybe to like do what he's doing, he's becoming less human.
Oh, like that. Ooh.
Pull yourself together, Benedict.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
That's a
does
cool
look really
looking
cool.
game.
Oh yeah.
Zulu.
And I love me a good Metroidvania. So it's
Play it
already,
day
I'm already
one
prone to
with
like
Game
it.
Pass.
Okay, play day one Game Pass. Yeah, that it just hit me on every level. Art style, I like the audio, like the voice acting seemed creepy and cool. And just I like that like Eldritch horror angle. I've read a lot of books with that stuff in it, seen movies and stuff, but there's not a lot of games that touch it.
Yeah, so
Especially games like that.
I'm tired of Eldritch because of I'm really into like the board gaming scene, and it's all over that. It's everywhere because it's free to use as an IP.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're like, oh, I can't wait to see Cthulhu.
Yeah, I've seen so many
Mind Flayer.
Cthulhus. Oh,
that makes sense. I feel like on board games, it's Eldritch and it's like werewolves.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Then zombies, I think, would dominate. Maybe both.
Oh yeah. That makes sense. I think in every genre, zombies dominate. So
It's disgusting. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, that looked good. Benedict, good name.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I really want to see more gameplay stuff because that seemed more like a tone piece. But like from the game, some of the gameplay stuff, it looked cool. Like it looks like he was like grappling and throwing and shooting, and they get that.
It
right.
looked more actiony than I expected it to.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah, good point.
Because it looks like a mystery.
Yeah,
like you're just gonna walk around slowly and pick up stuff. But no, you're gonna fight some monsters.
You're gonna fight some monsters. You're gonna pick up like power ups, probably like from Eldritch beings or whatever. And yeah, it looks cool.
Get 5 more missiles.
I almost wonder if that like that being that's talking in the back is like like another form of him, and that's how he gets his powers.
That would be cool.
So yeah, looks really neat. All right, so next up we have Skate Story, and that is Colton's second pick, and this was another Devolver Digital joint. And let's watch Skate Story in 3, 2, 1, play. I hope we don't get dinged for this actual song on YouTube, but this would have been in my pick too.
Already, this looks amazing.
What was this on? What showcase?
Devolver.
Oh, okay. I guess I missed that.
Yeah, visually this already looked amazing.
I remember every second of this trailer. I was just glued to it.
That city, oh.
It doesn't there's no scores or anything. It almost looks like you're like, it'll say, I like this text.
Yeah.
You are a demon made of glass and pain.
And the penguin's so random.
Oh, that music does fit this game though, like for sure.
That was cool.
Yeah, you must skate.
Oh, come on, feelings. I gotta skate.
So it seems like
this is a great trailer.
It's less open than say like Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it might be level based almost.
Yeah.
Which sounds
almost
so
like
cool.
It's more of like a platformer maybe.
Totally. Yeah. That, like a runner.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, run. Yeah.
Yeah, runner. That's good. I don't know. I love
not an endless runner.
Of that trailer.
Yeah. No, good.
It's like Cluster Truck.
It's a great trailer.
Like
Cluster Truck.
There might be like an endless level. See how far you can get without crashing or something.
That'd be nice. Yeah, that'd be really nice. Oh yeah.
I watched that before. That was sweet.
Yeah, visually that thing is awesome. And their choice of music, the trailer itself was just super well put together.
Yeah.
It was like all gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, that would have been on my list. That's cool. That was like one of the few games Sam was like, wow, that's really cool. Oh, yeah. That was a Skate Story, so hoping to see more of that. But yeah, I mean, most of the Devolver Digital stuff they showed was really good.
Yeah.
All right, so next up we have Ereban Shadow Legacy. Is that what it's called?
I don't know. It was like my
we'll just
sixth
call
pick,
it
but everybody else picked the
Ereban.
stuff I wanted.
Should have got there
Fair
quicker.
enough. Fair enough. All right. Yep. So this is Ereban Shadow Legacy announcement trailer. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Helios. They search for
I
want to
this.
shoot those things.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna be able to.
Just because they look like Borderlands robots.
Yeah. Unless there's a surprise gun in this game.
They remind me of Bastion from Overwatch.
Yeah. A lot of generic robots, yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I still think cell shading can be done well. This looks nice.
Oh yeah.
It's really helpful for a low budget game.
Totally. It probably means it'll run well on the Switch too.
Yeah.
So they don't have to actually do polygons.
A nice breather.
I am their reckoning.
That design is sick though. That character design is really cool.
It looks very
great
Naruto to
from
me.
Apex.
Naruto. Nah.
Yeah, I like
That
the platforming with the shadows, so that's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
They will not drag me into their light.
I like that shot, even though
Their
it
light
has nothing to do with the game.
is a lie.
A light is a lie. I didn't really care for the whatever monologue was happening.
The VO, yeah, it's just ignorable. It's just like, I will have my vengeance, like every other video game character.
Yeah, very generic monologue, but
I like
really
stealth
cool.
games when they're done well.
Yeah, it looks like that could be like a new take on like a Thief game. Like they give you a big area with multiple paths and.
Yeah, I could probably count good stealth games on one hand. And if I could even get to one.
Hitman 1, Hitman 2. Hitman
Most
3.
of the stealth games,
I do not like Hitman.
I know.
The stealth games I like are actually like action games with stealth. So like Metal Gear Solid 5 is a big one.
I mean,
Wolfenstein actually does stealth.
Dude,
decently.
Elden Ring, about 70% of Elden Ring, I made a stealth game, and I really enjoyed playing that way.
That crouch system is balls.
It works for me.
There was a point where I just like started playing it like a Dark Souls game and forgot you could crouch. That's funny.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that looks cool. I like that. I like the platforming. Another like 3D into 2D thing, if you think about it.
Yeah, I guess so. There's also a game where you're like a frog doing a similar thing in the shadow.
Oh yeah, I forgot. There was a lot of frog games. I think that was like part of Chunky's videos.
What was that direct? The Wholesome Direct?
Yeah.
That thing was long and full of frogs and bears.
Man, we love frogs and bears. All right.
I love frogs and bears. That's not the problem.
No, it sounds like you hate frogs and bears.
Now you're just selling me.
Frog and bear stew. I'm hungry.
All right, so our next trailer is Isaiah's second pick, and that is Resident Evil 4, the remake.
Man, you went for those big hitters, man.
Oh yeah, these are the ones I loved.
Yeah,
big boys.
This was like the very first. This is what kicked off the Summer Games Fest on the PlayStation conference. And starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Which, if you listen back to our podcast predictions, I think we did say multiple times, like Capcom could come in this. Like, they could,
they did,
and they did.
Oh yeah,
this conference was Capcom.
Can I tell you, like, my thought process, like with this, like R, I was like, it's Mexican music, probably. It's an R. I'm like, hold up, is it Resident Evil? No. Yes. No. Yes.
I thought Last of Us, even though I thought Last of Us, but I'm like, I know this is like a third party thing, so I'm like, it's not. But
like, we just saw Resident Evil as well before this.
Yeah.
I didn't think a single thing. I don't know about you. I was brain dead watching this.
Like, whatever comes on next, I'm here.
It was the first thing. I was like, okay, cool, starting with some cool vibes. No expectations.
I'm very curious to see, because there's a lot of goofy stuff in Resident Evil 4.
Goofy stuff.
Never played it.
I bet, you know what? I hope they keep up most of it.
Me too. That's what I'm hoping too.
I hope there's a lot of stuff they could touch up.
Yeah.
Visually,
I've never played a Resident Evil.
Oh man, dude, all the remakes are amazing.
I tried 2 for like an hour. It was fine.
8 more recently is amazing too.
Yeah, and also as someone,
their engine they use too is like incredible looking. It's very distinct looking. They're not using Unreal or anything. They use their in-house stuff. They always have a very cool look. But yeah, I mean, they could like a lot of Resident Evil 4 is like an escort mission.
Yeah.
Forget what happened.
And so I'm hoping like there's stuff there where they could make that a little more manageable, not as annoying.
This time, it can be.
A lot of the combat when you aimed, you couldn't move. Like I'm sure they're gonna fix that, like they did in the other remakes. Like there's a lot of stuff they could touch up.
But even then, like with the controls, when you do adapt to them and like on like the original GameCube and like me, I play on the Xbox controller for Steam when playing Resident Evil 4. I actually got pretty good with them, and I ended up really growing attached to it. And with its combat, it just honestly becomes really fun.
Yeah, so I mean, it's what started the like third person shooter. Like it is that. It didn't do the cover thing. That was kind of Gears of War's claim to fame, but it was.
Did Gears of War come out before Uncharted?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, year before. Yep. But yeah, that it was like one of the best action games of all time, just because we'd never had like an over the shoulder view third person shooter. It wasn't a common thing, so it was a big deal when it came out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Sorry, was that another Cthulhu monster at the end there?
I don't remember.
Like
Thing is, I didn't love
tentacle face.
I'm pumped for the remake, but I didn't think that trailer was very good for someone who hasn't played that game before. It's like, I don't know, that was just a lot of images.
I mean, as someone who's never played that game before, I don't feel anything particular.
Yeah,
watching it.
I would have liked a lot more like gameplay, and I'm sure that'll be coming. For most people, you just mentioned like Resident Evil 4, and they're like, "Oh, on board," Yeah. But I don't feel like that trailer was great for someone who's like, I don't know, I've heard this game's really good.
I mean, it's gonna sell extremely well. So good for Capcom.
All of those have.
It's coming out, I think, after my birthday, like the 24th, and we still have a ways until then to release get hands-on gameplay, which is weird. They released they announced it now after it was in June, so 6-9 months.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
Isaiah, you picked this trailer. Is this one of your favorite games, the original?
Yeah, 4 is I've been really enjoying 4, and when I saw this trailer, I was like, dude, this is getting me excited.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. The nice thing about Resident Evil, I would say, the remake of 2, 3, and then probably 8, is you can just jump into them, and you don't necessarily need to know everything that's going on story-wise. It really doesn't matter, but they all control and play like a modern horror game would, in a good way. Yeah.
I'll just catch up with the story in the movies.
There you go. Yeah.
Watch a big recap and call it a day.
Yeah,
that's probably
and they just re-released. They just patched 2, 3, 7 for the next gen consoles, so they actually play really nice on PS5.
Resident Evil 2 through 7. How many
2,
are there?
3, and 7, and then 8 already came out launched on PS5 and Xbox, so they're good. But yeah, all those remakes have been awesome, and they made me a Resident Evil fan. I never was able to play Resident Evil before that. I just thought they controlled kind of like garbage because I didn't play 4 originally. I came back after playing Gears of War and Uncharted, and I'm like, this feels bad.
Yeah, give me another Lost Planet, yeah.
Or even Dead Space. I was like, I like Dead Space better. But
just sticking to Capcom.
Yeah, someone has to.
Loyal.
All right, so let's move on to my final trailer, and that is Final Fantasy 16. This is our second look at this game ever. So here we go. Trailer in 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, in a world.
Somebody had to.
What are the dominants? The power we wield. It wears
What are they?
away at our very
The dominants.
breaks us
I'm glad this trailer wasn't just a lot of monologuing. It actually,
Yeah, me too.
Respect might
it picks up, which is great.
The dominants, though, they are the people who can like summon the icons.
It looks very like Attack on Titan. I think maybe they are the icons. I don't know.
Ooh, okay, I'm down.
And this is the FF14 team too, just for context.
We must move now.
This is gonna be really interesting. And I've always liked how they kept the font since like 13.
I hate
Yeah.
the UI.
Never fought.
And this
Yeah.
is very Devil May Cry.
Why does the UI look so high tech?
That is weird.
Like so futuristic looking.
FF13, it looks very FF13 in that way
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
But this is like high fantasy.
And found a new
Like
Oh,
old
I'm cool with this.
school.
Yeah. So these moves are there where you're like staggering and grappling, like all that stuff is very character action.
If I take the field,
Good.
our duel.
Get as far away from turn base as possible.
This guy seems very cool. He's the
yeah.
Goliath looking dude.
He looks more like a Hank to me.
I think it was Kiva.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how these like summon battles play out.
Oh, Titan. Yeah, that's a new one, right?
No,
really-
Titan's been in Final Fantasy.
Oh, really? Oh,
I'm
okay.
worried that it's gonna be really gimmicky and not that special
Hopefully
at all.
not. I mean, I like Asura's Wrath, so I'm down for and
Okay.
Bayonetta. Like, I'm kind of
Okay.
down for those big boss moments, as long as the main combat is good.
I think if they keep it succinct, you know, snappy and like the story relevant, then I'll like it.
Yeah.
will live on.
This like moment where it goes to all the names and whatnot. I thought
Oh,
this
yeah.
was so cool.
Oh yeah,
I know
the
these
composer for
from
14 is great.
playing Final Fantasy Type 0 HD on my PlayStation 4.
Amazing. Yes.
Yeah, this is my touchstone for Final Fantasy.
Child of fate.
So the main character, I guess, is Ifrit. So
No, I thought it was Eugene Clive. I don't know.
Clive is a funny name. I'm down for Clive. So since this trailer come out, like that's a really cool, neat trailer, just showing you kind of what the game's vibes were. But the thing that actually got me hyped more was afterwards they were doing interviews, and he made it clear it's like this is not an open world game. He's like, we wanted to make like really good handcrafted areas, and we want to make it very globe trotting. And in order to do that, like if we were going to make an open world game, you'd be stuck in one area. And he says, no, like I want you to be able to travel a ton in this game. So it's going to be a linear, like really cool action game at the end of the day with like a big budget, which sounds great.
Yeah.
I can't wait for more and more developers to start to realize that going non-open world can allow your game to feel even bigger. Like you can get a grander scale
Totally, yeah.
with more linear styles and paths.
And you can still make open areas and make it feel like larger than it is, you know?
You can trick the player into thinking it's open world.
Totally. And so
I think,
yeah, and they also announced too that that there will be party members and they're going to go in and out as the story like necessitates, which I think is cool because, you know, there might be a character who jumps in all of a sudden you're like, "Whoa, this guy's here now, crazy," you know.
that's cool.
So it just seems really promising, and I know that team is really solid. Like that is just all the Final Fantasy 14 team, which is maybe the best thing that happened to Final Fantasy since like in the last decade, easy. So I'm excited.
I love character action games, and I've always loved the look of Final Fantasy, so this got me really excited.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a big game. You know, you're going to have like Final Fantasy 14 is massive, so even if you have that player base go over, and you know if it's good, like if it starts getting like I won't say it's getting this, but it starts getting like Elden Ring type reviews. It could be really It could
Well,
be
then
a
I'll
really
have to hate
big
it.
game. Yeah, too many people are playing this game. I just feel like it'd be a fun game, kind of like Elden Ring, where if we could get enough people on the podcast to play it, it seems like it'd be a fun
I'm playing.
spoiler cast game. Yeah, it's so story heavy too that it's just one of those games where I'm like, I had to play this pretty fast. But yeah, it seems awesome. So there you go, Final Fantasy 16. Colton, we are on your third and last trailer, and that is Nightingale.
Yeah, and this game, I know out of the three I picked, it definitely has the biggest chance of probably not being a great game. But I just, for some reason, watching it, I was like, oh, you know what? I like this idea.
Is this the one from the BioShock guy?
I honestly,
I don't remember this trailer. I just downloaded it, so I'm curious to look back at it. So this is the Summer Games Fest.
I think that's where I saw it. That's
Summer Games Fest was a rough one to sit through. That was super rough.
Oh god.
So I think next year he'll have more, but at least for his last Game Awards, he was able to say the words Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wow, man, I did not need to sit through that. But all right, here we go. And 3, 2, 1, go. Surprised no one put Silk Song in here.
You're alone.
It was not a good trailer.
The portals are a mess.
We know it's gonna be good. It's just
It told us nothing new. There's no release date now.
I know this is going to be a survival game, so it's very niche, but that's like the type of niche I love.
Looks very steampunky. That Warhawk just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So like that picking the berry animation just took the entire bush.
And that type of stuff I don't mind in a survival game, but this is what caught my attention. You have to craft certain cards. And there's like a portal system, and that's how you go get more resources, and it randomly generates.
Okay.
And the monsters randomly generate too. I think
Portal Knights.
Be ready.
That game.
Sure.
Did they say if it's multiplayer or not?
It is multiplayer, and it's like shared world too. I think.
Oh, that's cool.
What they said. Which could be bad, could be good. I'm not sure.
Fallout 76.
Yeah, they really have to. I feel like in games like this, they really have to balance frustration and not wasting your time to moving forward. Progress-wise.
But I've always wanted to get into.
But I
games.
really liked the card aspect, like the card.
Yeah, that does seem neat.
I like the one, the card on the right. It's just the
I'm trying to remember what that Crytek game was. Was it Crytek? Or it was made that engine. It was like something to hunt. Showdown the Hunt.
Oh yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Oh, this I don't know why, but I freaking love this last 5 seconds of the trailer.
Because the geometry magic.
I mean, maybe, but I also liked the little enemy there.
The skull. Geometry and skulls. Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool.
That it looks very much up my alley, but I also recognize that it could not be great. But I did like it.
Yeah, it's hard to say, but I mean, it looks like they had a lot there, It wasn't like We Happy Few where it was like a fake. It doesn't look like it's like a fake out, They got something going there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the second substantial trailer we've seen of that game.
Oh, really?
I think so. It just looked a lot different the first time.
After I saw that, I looked it up on YouTube, and there was another one that was released 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And I don't think it showed as much gameplay though.
It was just it showed you a bunch of the characters, I guess.
Yeah,
or just players
it
costumes.
Showed more.
And stuff.
I think it showed player costumes and then some enemies.
Is
that the one where they all had the Avengers stance where they're all walking forward out of the portal or something?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
And they're all wearing. The main lady's wearing a mask and that big wide brimmed hat.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
I think it has a feather. Not important.
Fascinating. But no, I see what you see in it, Colton. It looks like if they pull it off, it could be pretty cool. All right. So our next game is Josh's last pick, and that is Eternites?
Yeah, I keep wanting to call it Evernights, but yeah, it's Eternites.
I want to call it Eternal Nights.
Like Eternal Nights. Yeah. That's what I'm
Whatever.
getting to. And this was in the state of play, huh? Okay. I'm trying to remember what this was.
I don't remember.
Yeah. All right. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Sometimes I wonder if things will ever be normal again.
Ooh, creepy piano music into it.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. The dating.
The weird arm really gave it away.
The weird dating one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game was really crazy to watch.
I figured if I didn't pick it, Isaiah would, but
at first I thought it was a Namco, like a Bandai Namco joint. It kind of had that vibe, but
what was that one Souls like with vampires?
Oh, Code Vein.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Totally. Yeah.
This UI, I don't know, it's just not doing it for me.
I mean, it is an indie game.
What was that game that came out like last year? That looked exactly like this. The characters, they wore black and red. They did
it's the Code Vein
Scarlet
team
Nexus.
Yeah, that was the Code Vein teams.
Okay, yeah. Hey, dude, everybody needs a little love.
Hey, you know what? The dating sim aspect is probably the most interesting thing to me. About
exactly.
The trailer. Yeah. Like the character action stuff, if it's serviceable, then that the mechanics around it are good.
If it's at least as good as Scarlet Nexus, I'll play it.
Yeah.
It's just a t-shirt, pants, and a cool art. Bro's so close to being like really cool.
I know this doesn't say
that
Xbox
guy doesn't want to be
it,
the main character.
but I hope this comes to Game Pass.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Xbox on there.
I wonder.
The PlayStation Game Pass.
It could totally just be because it was in the conference.
Because I'm gonna forget about it if it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like I can't think of another game that blended, like a dating sim and a character action game before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
that's kind of that was Hades' big thing. They did
dating sim.
Yeah, like it's kind of like a roguelike and a dating sim. That's kind of
not.
You give people presents.
You just talk to them and give them presents. Yeah, they're not all like into you. What?
They are all into you. Are you kidding me? You can date anyone in that game.
Hades is literally bi. Yeah.
Whatever, dude. No.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I can't think of another game that fused those two genres in that way. So that could end up being pretty cool.
Bro, I said something stupid. I called the main character Hades. That's his dad. What's his actual name?
Zacharias. Zachariah, yes. Josh is killing it with the names today.
I am on point.
I'm glad you remembered Clive, though. All right.
Actually, that game does look cool, though.
Same thing.
For an indie game.
Clive. Oh yeah, it seems neat. Like I said, I bet it's probably a compliment that we thought right away it was a Bandai Namco joint because those are kind of big budget games.
Yeah.
Yes. Very apt description. Kind of big budget.
They are. They're a little generic. I mean, they are like a generic anime game, but
yeah, exactly.
They're not
fine.
They're not like bottom barrel, like One Piece Warrior games.
Yeah, I still got to play Dragon Ball Kakarot.
Nothing against that One Piece game coming out. It just looks like those guys really love Dragon Quest. All right. So now we have the Quarry as our last game for this show and Isaiah's last pick. And the Quarry actually came out on the 10th. So it came out
I'm
during
very sorry about.
Show.
I didn't realize that.
It was still part of the show. So it counts. So let's do it. This is the Quarry. This is a super massive team. So the Until Dawn people. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Family is the most important thing in the world.
Brother, where art thou? Vibes right away.
Yeah.
Like
great soundtrack.
Last one of them
Best movie soundtrack.
Those animations look so good.
Hanging on the end of a rope. How can one person be expected to pull them all back?
Like the eye tracking is insane.
Facial animation looks good. Yeah.
That rope and
just make a movie.
Well, with the rest of them.
Why go through all this work?
Yeah.
What's the point of that?
After the original Walking Dead, it's been hard for me to play these games.
Like what?
What?
I mean, the vibes of this game look pretty good.
No, yeah, absolutely. Like just like the
Oh,
music.
big hillbilly dude. Oh yeah.
Goofy.
Goofy.
Not a goddamn clue.
Did y'all like Until Dawn?
I'm playing that right now, with my friends.
I
And
couldn't
it's
get through
making me
it.
laugh.
Okay, I wasn't
Who should I call?
on board with
91-1.
the
This right here, this right.
91? Who says 91?
I do like this one right here.
It looks like the best one they've made. Just
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
this is
absolutely. Like just the music with like this like trailer is making me hyped, honestly.
yeah. I mean, there's a priest with a gun, big scary hillbilly.
Is this just on PlayStation?
And like the smart ass like sort of commentary. I love it.
It's not published by PlayStation.
Yeah. No, I
It's a
think
good
actually
name,
like
too.
Man of Medan. Oh no, it says right there. Okay,
PC.
cool. I think it'd be a good Game Pass game. I feel like I feel like it's an insult now when I say that, but I
It
mean
is.
that
It is.
as in
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't have the money to buy this game, but I would like to play it. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
it's
that's
better than just
another-
being like meh.
And it's kind of
That's
you know
true.
it's another it's another famous actor in here too. I don't know her name, but that old lady.
Oh,
She
you're saying-
is. I see her in a lot of stuff. She's a pretty big name.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior.
That looks fun.
No.
That's a
You know-
Brenda song.
When,
Anybody?
yes,
Dang
yes.
it.
I agree. I agree, Josh. I was
don't-
gonna say, I think the tone of it actually works because there is any jankiness. You know, there's still some uncanny valley in that, but it's so goofy, like the vibe of it. It's not taking itself super seriously, so it works. You
It
know,
works really well. Yeah, because with Until Dawn, as someone who's like doing a first playthrough with my friends, like at my house, like playing that game's meant to be serious, but is often taken as like a joke because like there's just like writing that doesn't work. But with this game, with its goofy writing and theme, it works for me. I like it.
yeah. I mean, they did the Dark Pictures anthology, so they've had like 3 games in between this one. I feel
Oh,
like they're
yeah.
pumping those games out a ton of them, but yeah, I thought that looked cool. I just have a hard time ever since Telltale. I have a hard time going back to those types of games. Like heavy, Quantic Dream, Telltale. They kind of soured the well for me, just because there's so many of them. I was like, I think I'm done with this type of game. But
Tell you what, though,
I don't know, a good game,
Personally, with like playing Until Dawn, there are some cool things that game does. The totems are the big thing. They can tell the future, and like when you look at them, they will influence your own choices. Like with what are you gonna do next? Like there's a moment where you could like jump down to a mine shaft to help your girlfriend out, and you could be like cautious, or you could be heroic and jump down. I chose to be heroic, and right there behind me was the killer. So like my choices do matter in that game, which makes me like want to play more, despite its goofy writing.
Yeah. It looks good. I actually a game like that the last one I played that I really liked was it doesn't look like one of those games, but it totally is Night in the Woods.
Oh yeah.
That's a freaking awesome game. But yeah, that covers our trailers. You can just imagine if every single one of our trailers were in one single conference, that would have been a pretty great conference.
I think so. They should
but
pay
we
us
just
to put together the next one.
we just took a month. I mean, are we gonna rate like trailer of the show? Because I do vote Skate Story.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's good. That is really
It'd be
good.
between Plucky Squire and Skate Story for me.
I think
Plucky
so.
Squire
I
is
think
my
it-
vote.
oh, I think Skate Story, but I think it's very close between the two.
I'm between Plucky Squire and Skate Story. I just think as a trailer, Skate Story is like perfect. I think I'd still rather play Plucky Squire more, but like Skate Story as a trailer looks amazing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're gonna do like an honorable mention, but Diablo 4 came really close to being.
Yeah,
my top 3.
Diablo 4 looked cool. It
I've
kinda
been
looked
playing
like-
Diablo and playing Diablo for the first time on my phone. I've been playing the crap out of that. Like
I should download that. Yeah.
I'm probably gonna.
and
gonna
if you
play
put in
Diablo 4.
perspective, Diablo 3 is much better than that mobile game.
Yeah, I know. I
and
probably need to get
and
into
it's going to be the sequel to that. So, yeah, Diablo 4 looks cool. It looks kind of like it looks like an MMO that you don't have to like go all in on. You can just jump in. Like it looks like there's like a big skill tree and stuff. But the way they made it sound is like, hey, there's like an open world. You can just like team up with people, and there's like Destiny style events in the world.
I hope
where
it's
other players
not
can come in.
as focused on that. I hope it's still more focused on the single player elements.
If there's an open world and you go into like dungeons, that are still just like very good Diablo dungeons. Like
I'm very anti-open world.
Yeah.
Stop doing it.
I get it. But
also, I thought the Diablo trailer looked it was kind of weak. The one in the, was it Xbox?
Well, the problem is they had that first trailer, that really long cinematic trailer, which wasn't doing it for me. But once I started seeing
a character reveal.
The Necromancer, right?
Yeah.
But the gameplay looked really good.
I liked the Necromancer trailer.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, that's I don't know. It's still a question. It's still up in the air whether Xbox will go through with that acquisition, and especially in time for Diablo to come out. But man, that'd be a great game for Game Pass. Not because I don't think people would buy it, but because, just with all the multiplayer aspects. Like, that's the one game me and Sam walked away from, and we're like, wow, we should get you that Series S so we can jump on together. So, yeah. There's just not a lot of multiplayer games that I look at and be like, I want to play with people. And that was one of them.
My honorable mention is Pentiment. I believe it's Obsidian Games.
One of mine. Yeah.
They're like medieval looking, like old timey art. I don't even know what genre it falls in.
I don't know. It's like a murder mystery thing, right? Like you're trying to figure out.
Oh, the Josh Sawyer.
Was it a murder mystery?
Or
wait, are you talking about?
Are you talking about was this in the Xbox conference, right?
Yeah, because it was Obsidian.
Like a 2D art style.
Yeah, medieval sketches or whatever.
Cool. Wasn't it like a murder? Like you're trying to. I mean, maybe that's not the whole thing.
I don't think so. I thought. Are you thinking of Lorelei and the laser eyes or something?
No, I think I'm thinking of.
Is it a murder mystery? Man, that went over my head. If it was.
It reminded me of those Ubisoft games that came out. That trilogy of Ubisoft games, the World War one, and that. The art style did, not the game itself. But I like that era of Ubisoft. That's when they were actually making new IP and putting experimental stuff out.
Wait, what Ubisoft games are you talking about?
I'm talking about the stuff that was made in the Rayman engine. They made like a JRPG, Child of Light, and then they made a World War One game, and yeah. That it's just kind of
okay.
Oh,
yeah, those are cool games.
I'm rewatching it now. I mean, it's probably not just a murder mystery. There's just a part where you're looking at a dead body, and there's like an autopsy. That's probably just the only thing I remember from it. Okay.
Yeah, it looked interesting. It looked very story heavy and kind of. I love the art style. I like medieval stuff.
I like it too.
Yeah, I'm having trouble even coming up with an honorable mention. I feel like everything that really hit me was on this list. I'm really trying. What about you, Isaiah?
Honestly, I can go back and forth with the Sonic Frontiers look into like the Nintendo showcase, the partner showcase. That's like we've gone like the best like look at Sonic Frontiers from just that one trailer. That one trailer showed like everything I needed to show.
That looked rough on Switch though.
Oh no, yeah, it did look a little rough, but its content that's showing off is like very exciting. And if you look closely, what's up?
What?
No, you said like is it?
Yeah, that was the question.
It's not Sonic Frontiers itself. It's everything around it. Like that really dumb quote from the director being like, "They don't know what it is yet." It's like you made the trailer.
Yeah, you made the trailer.
Put your best foot forward. And then I looked at the director's like, I was like, okay, what Sonic games did this guy work on? And he worked on just some of the worst 3D ones that came out. Like
I'm pretty sure he worked on Colors too.
He wasn't Generations. Colors was his best one, but I've never even been able to finish Colors. So
did he do Sonic Forces? Is that a game?
He did Sonic Forces. He did the Black Knight on Wii.
Is that a game?
Which was a landing. I think it says to an extent Black Knight was a land.
What?
That landed pretty well. I think the game was fine.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
It scored. It's like one of the worst scoring Sonic games ever. You played. I mean, think of the age you played that, Isaiah.
No, okay, fair enough. Okay, but I like that story. That story was like fun to actually play.
At least you didn't try to kiss a human woman in that one.
No, yeah, that one he dodged the bullet.
What was the last legitimately good 3D Sonic game?
I mean, closest
Sure.
would be Generations, but
And like,
even then,
that's not 3D Sonic.
it's
You
still
played
inconsistent. I mean, half of it is 3D, half it's
But
2D.
it's
like
even the 3D elements, like they really like
Yeah.
put you in a straight line. I don't know.
I there are levels in Generations that are pretty good, and then like there's some that are just like awful. Like there's the Sonic 06 level, and I remember that being in the 3D one, just being like, wow, this is terrible, and some bosses are not great.
Dalton, what is Sonic Monsters? What are you talking about?
I think you made that up.
He's what Unleash. Unleash was like actually.
Oh, the werehog.
No,
Unleashed is one of those things though where there are like two good like levels when the speed like Sonic games were still new, but then there's the rest of that game.
Which one was the good one? Because isn't there two versions, the Wii and the PS3?
I mean, it would be the 360 PS3.
You can't just say it was better. You can't just say that. You don't know.
I do know. The Wii one's not, and the PS2 one aren't.
I had the Wii one.
It's weird. People like actually like praise the PS2 one, which is funny to me.
It probably ran better than the PS3 one.
Oh no,
I know like Star Wars Unleashed, like the Wii one's the better version, right?
Is it? I don't know. I never played those. I know
that game's amazing.
I know when they re-released it recently, people are like, "Wow, that looks like graphically." They were like, "Wow, that looks bad." It's because they re-released the Wii version and not the 360 PS3 one.
If we get around to doing the games that made us again with the people who weren't there, I'm putting that game on it. Star Wars Unleashed, Force Unleashed, not Sonic Unleashed. Two different games.
Don't worry. I put in. I'm trying to remember if I put in a hard B game too. I'm sure I did.
What?
That's a hard B game.
No, dude, it's like LucasArts Prime. I'm not talking about Unleashed 2. Force Unleashed 1 is amazing.
Yeah, or 2 is just a straight up bad game. Yeah.
I'll get into it later.
You're like I'll make my own games that made a side episode. Like, I know,
no, dude, we got to do it.
I know I was definitely ill.
Victoria wants to do it. Were you not on it?
Me?
You were on it. I didn't.
Oh yeah. I was on it. I was on it.
Troy, Colton.
That was it. Yeah.
All right, so it's gonna be me, Victoria, Dalton, and whoever else.
If we do that,
Perfect.
If we do end up doing it,
I'm Sam can be on.
Yeah, I'll get Sam in there.
Yeah,
all about.
I have no comment.
I know
on
her
all
game.
The Sonic talk. I feel like
you know what?
I feel like I could just say a random word, and that would probably be a Sonic game. Like, I like Sonic Architect. That was your game, right?
That sounds good.
Yeah,
there were some weird educational games of Sonic back in the day.
Build Green Hill Zone. Yeah, man. I don't know. I have nothing. That game's just gonna come out, and it's gonna be the same deal where people are gonna insist it's good.
Yeah,
and it's gonna get 7s. I don't know.
You better get a 63 so I can get 7 points on our fantasy critic.
Yeah, that's the way you're going. Yeah. I like it. I'm a fan of it.
It looks
all
like
right,
garbage.
guys. Well, I'm gonna wrap this episode up, but I'm glad you could join me on this episode, and I could see what games you guys were into. If you're listening on YouTube, thank you. This is our YouTube channel. I'm sorry, it's just mostly our audio with a still image, but we are a podcast, so give us a break. But this should be a little more. This should be a little more something. Like I said, I'll post the link tree down there. Victoria and Colton run our Twitter and our Instagram, and I appreciate that because it's just one less thing I have to worry about. So follow us on there, and so you can see when we. I try to release an episode every 2 weeks, but just stuff happens, and sometimes it's 3 or 4. So it's just,
I'm glad we all unanimously decided I had the best trailer today. So that means I win the episode.
I definitely did not agree with that.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Nah, that's fine.
Man, I need to end this before we all fall apart. We all turn against each other. Well, all right. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.